The LEGO collectible minifigures now come in boxes, and I feel that's not gonna last for very long. The effort comes after 13 straight years of their minifigures line coming in foil bags. It's long become a tradition among LEGO fans to go out and try to feel through the bags. The unique shapes of certain parts would make the chase a bit easier in most cases for those not looking to get multiples of the same character. Now, fans have discovered that weighing the blind boxes would yield the same result, but that's not going to be people's first thought. In my experience, the want to feel through bags transcended the LEGO community circles and into the casual audience far more than most realize. This change will turn heads away, and rightfully so. It is a means to get more money out of people who won't infer to weigh them, and that's going to be something that can break interest in these new boxes. People don't want to be taken advantage of like that, and most won't infer, or find it practical, to bring a scale with them to the store. Now, there are some out there who reason that these were supposed to be blind packaged in the first place, and this is just cementing that into place. Sure, that's a fine train of thought. There are even some who feel this is an effort to be environmentally friendly, and that's absolutely the truth. There isn't plastic baggies inside of the box either. In fact, I have no doubt that's the press-friendly reason for LEGO to even bother with this. The benefit of it basically being a lottery ticket being even more reason so. LEGO is a company. It exists to make money. They're gonna find ways to make money. I'm not gonna start a full argument on that in this video, but I just need to state that it's part of the practice. I just think that with how many hands are in this on LEGO's consumer end, this will be what finally gets people to understand that the entire blind box craze is rationalizing gambling for children. Yes, this has been going on for over a decade in the toy industry, something lots of fresh yet potentially immoral things end up doing, but nothing has quite had as broad of an age range as LEGO has, and I think that has weight to it. That's far more than any other brand could possibly have on the matter, and with that, the opportunity for adults to take action. Now, something not nearly as much a gamble, depending on who you ask, was Hasbro's move to their environmentally friendly packaging. This is an example of what I mean about the adults taking action. In fact, I bring this up because the audience for action figures is now adult-aged by majority. These are people investing in a collection, and for that reason, want figures that look as great as they can be. Hasbro's new packaging was the first to feature no windows to see the figure within. A completely concealed box with an image of what's inside printed on the outside. Though the shoppers knew exactly what they were getting inside the box, the quality of the figure inside, however, would never be guaranteed. Because of this, Hasbro's figurine market dropped considerably in sales. Stores that would not normally ever see discounts began to mass clearance entire lines of figures from major franchises further than they ever have before. Even some with current theatrical releases at the time, they were that desperate to purge them by any means necessary. The decision to clearance figures has now started to happen at a rapid pace in stores as these older fans successfully voted with their wallets. Hasbro is now looking to return to using plastic windows on their packaging, using eco-friendly options as a result. With a larger market LEGO has in this scenario with the blind packaged figures, I think something similar is highly probable, especially because of the fact they are truly luck of the draw now and someone choosing to pick randomly is no longer an option. Of course, the first thought most people had was, why not swap them to paper bags? We know LEGO is replacing the internal plastic bags in all boxed sets with paper now. I previewed these paper bags in a video I did last year, if you want to see what they're like. LEGO has the option too, and already do as much with their magazines they distribute outside of the US. These typically only include one minifigure in their accessories, if not a small mini build. They've already come out to say, however, they aren't doing that, with the reason that they would tear open in people's hands if customers felt through them. So, good, they tested that, but what I'm having a hard time understanding here is why they aren't looking to make eco-friendly bags instead. They are straight up pioneering new plastics so they can eventually make all their product more sustainable. How is it that, at this point, nearly a decade if not more into this effort, they have not already come across a sturdy eco-friendly plastic to serve this function? At least for their blind package stuff. That way the choice to be blind going in remains an option instead of being forced. Though certainly the prospect of higher sales due to people needing to buy more for a complete set might supersede that effort to even make it happen. The hard part is us having self-control to make the point, I suppose. Well, that's if us voting with our wallet doesn't encourage LEGO to just stop doing their CMF line altogether, which is always a possibility. I also think them starting with Marvel Series 2 was also strategic, to at least guarantee sales to prove the initial effort. We'll see how any other series, especially the generic ones, fare in the future. One last thing, something that I know a lot of people within the community have kept in consideration is the fact that now that people can't tell what's inside, a lot of people are going to be provoked to just tear the boxes open. Some of these people will purchase them, most won't. That comes at a loss for the store, and if that were to continue, these stores will just stop carrying the CMFs in general. Theft leading to stores pulling out would mean less money for LEGO. Back in 2021, LEGO introduced this theme called Video, often considered the worst theme they've ever made. They had a line of blind boxed figures separate from the usual minifigure series we know and love. Again, since they were boxed, no one could feel through them. Ask anyone who was there, and most will tell you that wherever they were sold, you'd find boxes torn into. LEGO Super Mario started out with a line of collectible character packs that were bagged up just like collectible minifigures used to be. This was back in 2020, and come 2022, they changed them over to boxes, and the exact same thing happened. People tearing them open, and either stealing them or leaving them there out of disappointment and at the loss of the store. And now, LEGO isn't doing blind package character packs for LEGO Super Mario at all. Often the thing I'd see sold out the most for LEGO Mario seems to have suffered so much loss with that change that they're completely gone now. Both Video and the Mario figures had tape keeping them sealed even further, another layer to make it even harder to get access inside of them. And still people would just shred them to pieces to see what was inside. These new boxes only have a small layer of glue, so it's not going to be hard for people to just break the seals on these as well and do the exact same thing. Not that people are going to open these by their seals, of course. Most are just going to rip them to shreds with how thin the cardboard is. Truly, a worst case scenario. And this after LEGO had admitted that they saw the issues with the bandmates. They foresaw this and intended to act on it. Saying this all the while the Super Mario characters were suffering from the exact same issue. I've spoken to people who had the opportunity to handle these new boxes, and most consider them to fall short on every single front. Except for them being a sustainable option, of course. This is truly not going to end well. I wouldn't expect this to affect any other products LEGO produces, by the way, because they aren't affected by these issues. Now that I'm reminded, thanks to talking about the Hasbro issues, and the fact how people can't guarantee what the product would look like in a completely enclosed box, I think few would argue that the quality of the prints on many LEGO minifigures has not been up to snuff lately. Once more people become wise to this, I can see it hampering the prospect of collectible minifigures even more. As the first series of collectible minifigures with these new boxes hit stores, we'll see how everything goes. Is it a bit much that I feel this could happen? Fans choosing not to shop the boxed collectible minifigures to bring back the feelable bags? Well, where do you stand in all this? Let me know down in the comments what you think, and check out these other videos on LEGO's specialty themes on the end screen. You can also like the video and subscribe on your way down. Your comment can be highlighted for all to see by clicking the share button first and donating an amount of your choice. Your generosity supports the channel if you do. I'm Pen, and I'll see you next time.